Hey guys, good morning. So I want to go over the ranking process, right? The different steps in the ranking process for getting a website, um, going from brand new website to ranking for our specific keyword or keywords. So in the membership dashboard, just uploaded a document called the ranking process document, which walks you, kind of gives you an overview. Week 1, what do you need to do? Week 2, what you need to do? Step by step, ranking process. What do you need to do to go all the way from doing your research to doing, analyzing competition, keyword research, ordering content or writing your own content after you do keyword research, and then putting up your website, on-page optimization of the website, and then off-page optimization of your website. Okay. Now, this is a overview. Use it as a guideline. This document, coupled with another document called the Standard Operating Procedure, should serve you as a great guide, blueprint to start ranking websites. Now, it could be a rank and rent or a lead gen website where you're starting fresh from new, or it could be a client website where, it's a half-baked website and you need to take that client website from page 3, page 4 to page 1, right? So this standard operating procedure goes a bit more into depth, as in when registering a domain. What do you need to do? It's always best to have your 𝐻𝐻 privacy on. What kind of plugins do you install? Okay, how do you set your permalink for the URLs? When it comes to on-page optimization, examples of how a homepage title tag should be if it's a branded website, how it should be if it's an exact match domain, inner descriptive, inner page, like all more detailed, if you will. But in this video, I'm going to cover the ranking process. Okay. Now, once you understand the process of ranking A to Z, then you can start your own rank and rent website from scratch. Or if and when you acquire a client, you can figure out, okay, where is he in this process? Maybe he's got some stuff done for keyword research. Maybe he's got some keywords missing. And you can do what I call gap analysis. So use this as a guideline, and please use common sense to figure out what needs to be done. So I've just broken down into week 1, week 2. Really, it's up to you, your skill level, your how much time do you have, things like that. I can do all of this in week 1. I honestly can do all of this in day 1, like 1 day. But if you're new, it might take you a week, maybe a couple of weeks. So don't fret over this timeline. Just understand this document, the process is really to give you, okay, step 1, step 2, step 3. Before you go to step 5, you need to make sure you have step 1, step 2, step 3 done, right? So let's take this from a perspective of ranking a brand new fresh domain and ranking a client site, right? So always we start with niche research, location research, competition analysis. This is really if you're doing a rank and rent site. So if you're looking to see, okay, should I get into the towing niche, the tree service niche? Should I get into the plastic surgery vertical? Like, what do I do? You can go and do your research. I don't want to get into details. Obviously, there are videos for all of this. And then you do your competition analysis also. And I'm going to go a little bit in depth in week 2 into that, or whichever week that was. But really, your main job here is to do keyword research. So the way I teach you keyword research, make sure you go over those, because a lot of people, the biggest mistake they do in SEO is leaving out a lot of keywords. There's a whole, in week 3 of the SEO Accelerator, I got a bunch of videos diving deep into keyword research, advanced keyword research, competition analysis, checking, like content for keyword density, all of it in detail. So you want to do a good job of keyword research so you can identify your primary keyword, your secondary keywords, your long tail keywords, LSI keywords, all sorts of keywords. The more you have, the better, obviously. Next, once we are done with this, we go to plan out our website. Now, if it's a rank and rent website, obviously you are at an advantage because you can plan it from get-go, from ground up. And usually we have a homepage. Every local business has a homepage. 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 service pages depending on your niche and the services that your client offers. You could put a few suburb pages. This is not always necessary. So as an example, if my website is going to be Tree Service Ohio, Tree Service Cleveland, let's say, or Tree Service Chicago, my homepage would be focusing on ranking for the keyword Tree Service Chicago. My service pages would be one page could be on tree removal, one page could be on tree trimming in Chicago, another page could be on stump grinding in Chicago. You could do your research, right? The best way to figure out how to plan your website, if you're a rank and run website, is look into the competition. Search for your main keyword and see the top ranking websites, what kind of service pages they have. Now, if it's a client site, obviously you need to figure out what services he offers, right? If your client is a dentist, you cannot just go and put a service page for cosmetic dentistry. If he does not provide that as a service, that's just a waste of time and money and really misinforming clients. So you need to do your homework on that. Suburb pages, you could put a few suburb pages around Chicago where if your client is in Chicago, he services suburbs of Chicago. Again, it depends on your rank and run site or your client site. Where do you want to get customers from, and you can put those suburbs up. 20 blogs, I go over that. You could put up blogs on what people are searching for. You could put up blogs on your niche. Just educating people. If they land on your website, they get educated on your niche and they think to themselves, okay, this website, this business, he knows what he's talking about. Let me give him a call. Then you have a contact us page. You could have a privacy policy page. You could have so many things. This is just a guideline. Now, if you're working on a client site, you want to do what I call gap analysis. You want to figure out what keywords are missing. Maybe you could jumble them into keywords or services. Bundle them into keywords or services. Sometimes client websites are not really built out properly, not really flushed out properly. So you, based on your keywords, can look into what kind of keywords they're ranking for and what kind of keywords they are not ranking for. And you can use a tool like Ahrefs and figure out, what keywords Google is picking the client site up for, and then do the remaining stuff. Make sure you put extra pages if you need to and all that. Now that's about planning the website and doing the keyword research. Once you do this, using the keywords that you scooped up, that you identified from your research, you start planning the content. You write out the content. So the content really depends on the website structure, how you planned it out, homepage, service pages, and all that. And then let's say you decide, okay, I'm going to have one homepage, 4 service pages, 6 suburb pages, 20 blogs. Then from the keywords you've done, research you've done, you create your homepage content. This tree removal service page should have a lot of tree removal stuff, keywords. Tree trimming homepage should have tree trimming, content, obviously. The homepage alone, you could put all the keywords you identify on the homepage if you want to, because that's the most powerful page. And even if you have a separate page for a different service, in the map pack, if you do it right, the website homepage is a GMB listing, it appears. So I don't want to get too technical detail, but understand the homepage should have a lot more content than these service pages, all right? But again, you want to focus homepage on this main service, service page on its main service. Now, just because the homepage is going to be ranked for tree service Chicago and the service pages is going to be on tree trimming Chicago, it doesn't mean you cannot put the word tree trimming on the homepage, or it doesn't mean you cannot put tree service on the inner page. You can. The main thing is the title tags and the URLs, and we'll talk about it when we come to on-page optimization. But this is all about planning out the website and then creating the content. Again, I don't want to go into detail, but you can write your own content. You can hire a content writer in places like onlinejobs.ph, upwork.com, iWriter. There's so many places over here. Text broker. You can run it through Grammarly. You can hire an average writer, have him write the content, run it through Grammarly.com, and it'll fix the grammar for you. So many things you could do. Then you come to website design. You, again, if you know to design, to develop a WordPress site, great, go for it. If not, you could hire contractors, freelancers in Upwork.com, onlinejobs.com. We have our own service. Here's the URL for that. And we do all of this for very, very cheap. The keyword research, content, and the web design, all for very cheap. Okay. Now, when you come to website design, obviously, if you're doing a lead gen site, you want to register the domain, you want to host the domain, you want to install WordPress. I'm not going into the details because these are again in the standard operating procedure. Okay, how do you go about it? This is just the ranking overview. One other thing you want to set is the permalink, right? I'll just put it over here, but don't worry too much about it. Once you have the website built, then you need to look into on-page optimization. Okay. The main elements for the on-page optimizations are the URL, the title tag, name, address, phone number, H1, H2 headers. I honestly, for local websites, I don't look into too many anything else. You could always do schema, map embeds, this, that, geotagging. Honestly, this is 80%, if not 90% of what counts to ranking. Okay. Now, obviously, homepage title tag, your keyword, your main keyword has to be in the page title. So if your website is, treeservicechicago.com, it's always good to have the main keyword Tree Service Chicago in the website. At the same time, in the page title, if your website URL is a branded domain, and I give you examples over here in the standard operating procedure in depth. So if it's a homepage, what do you do? If my domain is a brand name like Right Key Solutions, and I want to rank this for my main keyword Detroit SEO company, then my homepage title is going to be Detroit SEO company. At the same time, if my domain is an exact match domain like Tree Service Akron, where my main keyword I want to rank for is Tree Service Akron, I still put the keyword over here. So it doesn't matter if it's branded domain or exact match or partial match, your page title should have your keyword, your main keyword. Same goes for inner page. Your inner page title tag should have that inner page keyword you want to rank that page to rank for. So those are all here in the SOP document. Don't worry about that. This is a high level ranking procedure, right? So you do all the on-page optimization for your main keyword, inner pages. Again, URL, title tag, name, address, phone number in the footer, sometimes you can play with meta descriptions, sometimes you cannot. Again, I go into details over that in the SOP. Once you have the website up, you need a GMB listing verified. There are videos on that. If you're starting a brand new website and a brand new GMB, I would highly encourage you go the GMB, the postcard method, because that is more safe. Now you may have a client who already has a GMB. What do you do then? You can log into his GMB dashboard, his GMB listing, and you can do the optimization that I teach in the, I think it's week 5 GMB. You could absolutely do that. So if the client already has a GMB, you do not need to get it verified again. You just log into his GMB dashboard and you optimize all of that. If you're starting a whole new GMB for a whole new rank and rent site, always try to go the postcard method route. Or you don't have to worry about a GMB. You can put a fictitious address or no address on your website and continue without a GMB. All right. So up until now is all about the website, keyword research, on-page optimization.